United States Marine Corps. The United States Marine Corps, also referred to as the United States Marines, is the maritime land force service branch of the United States Armed Forces responsible for conducting expeditionary and amphibious operations through combined arms, implementing its own infantry, artillery, aerial, and special operations forces. The U.S. Marine Corps is one of the 8 uniformed services of the United States. The Marine Corps has been part of the U.S. Department of the Navy since June 30, 1834, with its sister service, the United States Navy. The USMC operates installations on land and aboard seagoing amphibious warfare ships around the world. Additionally, several of the Marines' tactical aviation squadrons, primarily Marine fighter attack squadrons, are also embedded in Navy carrier air wings and operate from the aircraft carriers. As of 2022, the USMC has around 178,500 active duty members and some 38,500 personnel in reserve. Main battle tank. M1 Abrams. The M1 Abrams is a third-generation American main battle tank designed by Chrysler Defense and named for General Creighton Abrams. Conceived for modern armored ground warfare and now one of the heaviest tanks in service at nearly 62 tons, it introduced several innovative features, including a multi-fuel turbine engine, sophisticated Chobham composite armor, a computer fire control system, separate ammunition storage in a blowout compartment, and NBC protection for crew safety. Initial models of the M1 were armed with a licensed-produced 105mm Royal Ordnance L7 gun, while later variants feature a licensed Rheinmetall 120mm L/44. Amphibious Vehicles. AAVP-7A1. The Amphibious Assault Vehicle, official designation AAVP-7A1, is a fully tracked amphibious landing vehicle manufactured by U.S. Combat Systems. The AAVP-7/A1 is the current amphibious troop transport of the United States Marine Corps. It is used by U.S. Marine Corps amphibious assault battalions to land the surface assault elements of the landing force and their equipment in a single lift from assault shipping during amphibious operations to inland objectives and to conduct mechanized operations and related combat support in subsequent mechanized operations ashore. It is also operated by other forces. Marines call them Amtracs, a shortening of their original designation, amphibious tractor. In June 2018, the Marine Corps announced they had selected the BAE Systems/Iveco wheeled Super AV for the Amphibious Combat Vehicle program to supplement and ultimately replace the AAV. ACV 1.1. ACV 1.1 is a new armored vehicle designed and manufactured by BAE Systems in collaboration with Iveco Defense Vehicles. The ACV 1.1 program was initiated by the U.S. Marine Corps in 2011 to replace its age-old amphibious assault vehicles AAV family, which entered service in 1972. ACV 1.1 is based on an 8x8 wheeled amphibious platform developed by Iveco Defense Vehicles. The armored hull of the vehicles has been developed using mine-resistant floor materials. The ACV can be launched and recovered from the sea using a ship. It can perform operations smoothly even in the adverse sea state 3 conditions. The vehicle is designed to accommodate 3 crew members and 13 dismounted troops. It offers enough space to carry supplies required for the incumbents to survive for 2 continuous days. Infantry Fighting Vehicle. LAV-25. The Light Armored Vehicle is a Canadian armored fighting vehicle produced by General Dynamics Land Systems, Canada for the U.S. Marine Corps and is a further development of the Swiss Mowide Piranha I armored vehicle. The first LAV-25 entered service with the U.S. Marine Corps in 1983. The USMC ordered 758 vehicles of all variants. LAVs first saw combat during the invasion of Panama in 1989 and continued service in the Gulf War, Iraq War, and the war in Afghanistan. The LAV platform is planned to remain in service with the Marine Corps until 2035. The Marines aim to have prototypes for the LAV's replacement, dubbed the Armored Reconnaissance Vehicle (ARV), by 2023. MRAP RG-33. The RG-33 is a mine-resistant light armored vehicle initially designed by BAE Systems Land Systems South Africa, a South African subsidiary of BAE Systems. BAE Systems in the US extensively modified it with additional protection, new powertrain, and suspension systems. It was built in a number of locations, including York, Pennsylvania. It was one of several vehicles being fielded by the US Armed Forces in Iraq under the MRAP program. Cougar. The Cougar is a mine-resistant ambush-protected and infantry mobility vehicle structured to be resistant to landmines and improvised munitions. It is a family of armored vehicles produced by Force Protection Inc., which manufactures ballistic and mine-protected vehicles. The vehicles are integrated by Spartan motors. These vehicles are protected against small arms, landmines and improvised explosive devices using a combination of design features and materials to protect both the crew and engine compartment against a wide range of attacks. A monocoque-type, V-shaped hull extends to the engine bay and serves to direct the blast away from under the vehicle. The dual air conditioners help keep heavily dressed troops from overheating in temperatures over 100 degrees Fahrenheit 38 degrees Celsius in Iraq. RG-31 Nyala. The RG-31 Nyala is a 4x4 multi-purpose mine-resistant ambush-protected infantry mobility vehicle manufactured in South Africa by Land Systems OMC and in Turkey by FNSS Defense Systems. It is based on the Mamba APC of TFM Industries. The RG-31 has become the multi-purpose vehicle of choice of the UN, USMC and other peacekeeping and security forces. It is finding favor with non-governmental organizations requiring a vehicle with a non-aggressive appearance to protect their personnel against landmines. International M1224 Max Pro. The International M1224 Max Pro MRAP vehicle is an armored fighting vehicle designed by American company Navistar International subsidiary Navistar Defense along with the Israeli Plazan Sasa, who designed and manufactures the vehicle's armor. The vehicle was designed to take part in the U.S. military's mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicle program, led by the U.S. Marine Corps, as well as a similar U.S. Army-led medium mine-protected vehicle program. MRAPs are categorized as Category 1 or Category 2, depending on usage and passenger compartment space, and Navistar produces the Max Pro in both sizes, although the vast majority of those sold have been Category 1 MRAPs. BAE Cayman. The Cayman is an armored vehicle with a V-hull design based on the family of medium tactical vehicles and low-signature armored cab, initially developed by Stewart and Stevenson. Stewart and Stevenson was later acquired in 2005 by Armor Holdings, which developed the Cayman from the FMTV and LSAC designs. It is now produced by BAE Systems Platforms and Services, formerly BAE Systems Land and Armaments. The Cayman completed testing by the U.S. military at the Aberdeen Proving Grounds in July 2007. On July 13, 2007, Armor Holdings received a prime contract award by the U.S. Navy on the behalf of the U.S. Marine Corps for $518.5 million under the Mine-Resistant Ambush Protected Vehicle Program. The contract specified delivery of 1,154 Category I MRAP vehicles and 16 Category II MRAP vehicles by the end of February 2008. Light Tactical Vehicles. MATV. The Oshkosh MATV is a mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicle developed by the Oshkosh Corporation for the MRAP All-Terrain Vehicle Program. Intended to replace M1114 HMMWVs, it is designed to provide the same levels of protection as the larger and heavier previous MRAPs, but with improved mobility. JLTV. The Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, JLTV, is a United States military and United States Special Operations Command program to part replace the Humvee with a family of more survivable vehicles with greater payload. Early studies for the JLTV program were approved in 2006. The JLTV program incorporates lessons learned from the earlier Future Tactical Truck Systems program and other associated efforts. The JLTV program has evolved considerably throughout various development phases and milestones, including required numbers and pricing. Variants are capable of performing armament carrier, utility, command and control, ambulance, reconnaissance and a variety of other tactical and logistic support roles. JLTV follows the U.S. Army's long-term armor strategy with kits for 2 levels of armor protection. Oshkosh's LATV was selected as the winner of the JLTV program in August 2015 and awarded an initial production contract for up to 16,901 JLTVs. The U.S. Army approved the JLTV for full array production in June 2019. Light Utility Vehicles. HMMWV. The High Mobility Multipurpose Wheeled Vehicle is a family of light, 4-wheel drive, military trucks and utility vehicles produced by AM General. It has largely supplanted the roles previously performed by the original Jeep and others such as the Vietnam War-era M151 Jeep, the M561 Gamma Goat, their M718A1 and M792 ambulance versions, the commercial utility cargo vehicle, and other light trucks. Primarily used by the United States military, it is also used by numerous other countries and organizations and even in civilian adaptations. The Humvee saw widespread use in the Gulf War of 1991, where it navigated the treacherous desert terrain. This usage helped to inspire civilian Hummer versions. The vehicle's original unarmored design was later seen to be inadequate. The vehicle was found to be particularly vulnerable to improvised explosive devices in the Iraq War. The U.S. hastily up-armored select models and replaced frontline units with the MRAP. The U.S. military sought to replicate the vehicle in frontline service under the Joint Light Tactical Vehicle program. In 2015, the Oshkosh LATV was selected for production. Flyer 6072. The Flyer Advanced Light Strike Vehicle platform has been developed by General Dynamics Ordnance and Tactical Systems, in partnership with Flyer Defense LLC, for the U.S. Special Operations Command Ground Mobility Vehicle Program. The Flyer Advanced Light Strike Vehicle platform configurations are the Flyer 72 and the narrower Flyer 60. The Flyer was designed to fill a need by Special Operations Forces to have a lightweight, mobile platform that could be transported by air and be configured for a variety of missions. It can be internally transported by V-22 Osprey, CH-53E Super Stallion, CH-47D Chinook, C-130 Hercules, Boeing C-17 Globemaster III and C-5 Galaxy, and be externally transported by UH-60L Black Hawk. The vehicle can operate at high speeds at long ranges, off-road, and in various weather conditions. It can be configured for many roles including light strike, personnel rescue and recovery, reconnaissance, and communications. The Flyer has a fuel efficiency of 24 miles per gallon at 40 miles per hour. Weapons can be mounted on a 360-degree ring or 5 patient litters can be carried. It also has an armored variant, with the 4-door cab, rear cargo area, and roofline armored to ballistic level B6. M1161 Growler and M1163 Prime Mover. The M1161 Growler is officially the internally transportable light strike vehicle designed specifically for use with the V-22 Osprey tiltrotor aircraft. The M1161 and M1163 are the only tactical vehicles certified to fly in the V-22. Fulfilling multiple roles of light utility, light strike and fast attack vehicle, the M1161 Growler is smaller than most international vehicles in the same role. It has taken over duties of the M151 Jeep-type variants and replaced the Interim fast attack vehicle. A separate U.S. Marine Corps variant, the shorter 2-seat M1163 Prime Mover is combined with the M327 towed 120mm heavy mortar, and also became its ammunition hauler after the M1162 trailer was cancelled. Polaris Dager A1. Dager is a purpose-built, ultralight combat vehicle designed and built by Polaris Defense, a division of Polaris Industries, to meet the light mobility needs of light infantry and special operations forces. The new combat vehicle can transport a maximum payload of more than 1,400 kilograms or up to 9 infantrymen in support of expeditionary missions. It offers high mobility and higher speeds over rough terrains. The combat vehicle completed and passed the government durability trails and is certified for airdrop and internal air transport by CH-47 Chinook heavy lift helicopter and sling load under UH-60 Black Hawk utility helicopters. Polaris MRZR-2. The Polaris MRZR-2 is an ultralight all-terrain vehicle, developed by Polaris Defense. The U.S. Special Operations Command ordered a number of these tactical vehicles. Deliveries commenced in 2013. These Polaris all-terrain vehicles proved to be highly successful and are currently used by the USACOM, U.S. Army, U.S. Marine Corps, and more than 20 countries, including Australia and Canada. These vehicles are mainly used by Special Operation Forces. However, currently there is a trend that conventional forces also acquire small, mobile, and versatile all-terrain vehicles. Polaris MRZR-4. The Polaris MRZR-4 is a larger four-seater version of the previous MRZR-2. This ultralight all-terrain vehicle proved to be highly successful. It is used by the U.S. Special Operations Command, U.S. Marine Corps, as well as by special forces from a number of other countries, including Turkmenistan. Furthermore, there is a trend that conventional forces also acquire small, mobile, and versatile all-terrain vehicles like these. These ultralight vehicles were designed for expeditionary forces and provide foot soldiers' ability to move much faster. The MRZRs are different vehicles comparing with HMMWVs. These all-terrain vehicles are deployed in the forward areas. The MRZRs lack armor, but rely on their speed and high off-road mobility in order to avoid contact with enemy. They can operate on off-road routes that are not accessible to enemy vehicles. The MRZRs can be seen as fast off-road mules. Interim Fast Attack Vehicle. USMC AFOB Mercedes-Benz G-Class. The Interim Fast Attack Vehicle is a vehicle deployed and used by the United States Marine Force Recon and Marine Expeditionary Units. Force Recon used to operate a fleet of desert patrol vehicles, popularized by the Navy SEALs as the Black Dune Buggy. However, this vehicle lacked cargo capacity and firepower, so Force Recon moved to a militarized Mercedes-Benz G-Class, also known as a G-Wagon, 290 GDT diesel 4x4, a much more traditional Jeep-type truck. The vehicle has only minimal armor but numerous defensive weapons, including an Mk-19 automatic 40mm grenade launcher. This vehicle is manufactured by Magnaster, Austria, for Mercedes-Benz, Germany. Light Service Support Vehicles. The Light Service Support Vehicle, LSSV, produced by GM Defense is the continuation of the CUC-2 line of militarized commercial vehicles. Production of the CUC-2 ended in 2000. Initially, further military development and sales efforts for this class of vehicles was known as CUC-3, then changed to LSSV for the 2001 model year. In April 2005, the sales and marketing program was contracted to AM General LLC, a unit of McAndrews and Forbes Holdings. About 2,000 LSSV units were sold to U.S. and international military and law enforcement organizations. The LSSV utilizes the 1500 Tahoe and 2500 Suburban, while the LSSV pickup models are based on the Chevrolet 2500 HD 1-ton chassis, also used for the ambulance. LSSVs are intended to perform background roles, providing support for frontline forces such as cargo transport, troop transport, first aid, and communications. LSSVs are not built for direct frontline combat use, as evident by their lack of bulletproofing and protection from ordnance. ATVs. Sportsman MV-850. Sportsman MV-850 is an all-terrain vehicle developed by Polaris Government and Defense for military applications including patrol, security, reconnaissance and administrative purposes during training in forward operations. The ATV is used by several U.S. and allied foreign military organizations, law enforcement agencies, as well as emergency response teams. Polaris collaborated with MacGyver Solutions to provide the range of Polaris vehicles and training services. Motorcycle. Kawasaki M1030M1. The M1030 is a lightweight, rugged, commercial, cross-country motorcycle, based on the Kawasaki KLR 650, modified for military use. It provides an alternate means of transporting messages, documents, and light cargo between units. The M1030 may also be used to transport forward observers, military police, and reconnaissance personnel. The size and construction of the M1030 makes it highly mobile on all roads and cross-country terrain. Multiple rocket launchers. M142 HIMARS. The M142 High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, HIMARS, is a light multiple rocket launcher developed in the late 1990s for the United States Army, mounted on a standard Army M1140 truck frame. The HIMARS carries 6 rockets or 1 MGM-140 ATACMS missile on the U.S. Army's new family of medium tactical vehicles, FMTV, 5-ton truck and can launch the entire multiple launch rocket system family of munitions, MFOM. HIMARS ammunition is interchangeable with the MLRS M270A1, however, it is only able to carry 1 pod rather than the standard 2 for the M270 and A1 variants. Mortar. LAV-M. LAV fitted with opening doors on the top, inside it is fitted with an 81mm M252 mortar, with 360 degrees traverse, and a pintle-mounted M240E1 machine gun. It carries 99 81mm mortar shells, and 1,000 rounds of 7.62mm ammunition. In June 2021, the Marine Corps selected the UVision Hero 120 loitering munition to be integrated onto the LAV-M, as well as other platforms, under the Organic Precision Fire-Mounted (OPFM) effort to enable them to employ a mid-range, anti-armor weapon system. The multi-canister launcher, MCL, mounted on the LAV-M can hold 8 munitions. Fire! Fire! Howitzer. M777. The M777 Howitzer is a towed 155mm artillery piece. It is used by the ground forces of Australia, Canada, India, Saudi Arabia, Ukraine and the United States. It made its combat debut in the war in Afghanistan. With a weight of 4,200 kilograms, 9,300 pounds, the M777 is 41% lighter than the 7,154 kilograms, 15,772 pounds, M198 howitzer it replaces. Much of the weight reduction is due to the extensive use of titanium. The gun barrel serves as the towing bar, with the connecting ring forged as a projection of the muzzle brake. The M777 can be transported by helicopter slingload, transporter aircraft such as the Lockheed C-130 Hercules, or towed by air-braked vehicles weighing over 2,500 kilograms, 5,500 pounds, such as the FMTV and MTVR medium vehicles. The minimum gun crew required is 5, compared to a previous 9, although the normal crew is 8, minimal emergency crew rate of fire is decreased. M101A1. The 105mm M101A1 howitzer, previously designated M2A1, is an artillery piece developed and used by the United States. It was the standard U.S. light field howitzer in World War II and saw action in both the European and Pacific theaters and during the Korean War. Entering production in 1941, it quickly gained a reputation for accuracy and a powerful punch. The M101A1 fires 105mm high-explosive semi-fixed ammunition and has a range of 12,330 yards, 11,270 meters, making it suitable for supporting infantry. All of these qualities of the weapon, along with its widespread production, led to its adoption by many countries after the war. Its ammunition type also became the standard for many foreign countries' later models. Anti-tank. LAVAT and LAVATM. LAV fitted with an Emerson 901A1 TOW-2 anti-tank guided missile launcher, the same turret that was fitted on the M901 ITV. It is also armed with a pintle-mounted M240E1 or M240B general-purpose machine gun. It carries a total of 16 TOW missiles and 1,000 rounds of 7.62mm ammunition. LAVATM modernization replaces the Emerson turret with the modified Target Acquisition System turret. Improvements include always being in the up position to scan and track while moving and a more reliable digital design. The turret is also unmanned, can fire both wire-guided and radio-frequency TOW missiles, has an improved thermal sight, far target location system, new commander/gunner video sight displays, and an electric elevation and azimuth drive system to rotate the system onto target. M1045A2. The M1045A2 is an improved version of the basic variant of the M1045 HMMWV family designed and manufactured by the American company AM General. The M1045A2 tube-launched, optical-tracked, wire-guided, TOW missile variant replaced the M1045 and the M1046 HMMWV. It provides ground mobility for the TOW missile system, giving commanders a more flexible and time-sensitive variance, medium to long-range, anti-armor capability. Marine Armor Kit, MAK, can be installed on the M1045A2. The M1045A2 is used to transport and launch TOW anti-tank missiles to defeat armored vehicles. The M1045A2 was intended to replace previous iterations of both the M1045 series and the M1046/A1 types. JLTV CCWC. The JLTV Close Combat Weapons Carrier, CCWC, is the mission package configuration for employment of the TOW/Sabre system. The system design includes a securable rear cargo box capable of accommodating TOW/Sabre weapon system components, missiles, and loading/reloading capabilities in accordance with JLTV system specifications. The program office is interested in solutions that will continue to improve the CCWC loading/reloading capabilities to enhance the warfighter's ability to employ, engage, and redeploy the TOW/Sabre system safely. SAM system and /TWQ-1 Avenger. The Avenger Air Defense System, designated in /TWQ-1 under the Joint Electronics Type Designation System, is an American self-propelled surface-to-air missile system which provides mobile, short-range air defense protection for ground units against cruise missiles, unmanned aerial vehicles, low-flying fixed-wing aircraft, and helicopters. The Avenger comes mainly in three configurations: the basic, slew-to-Q, and the upgun. Mobile Radar System and /TPQ-37 Firefinder Radar. Hughes/TPQ-37 Firefinder Weapon Locating System is a mobile radar system developed in the late 1970s by Hughes Aircraft Company, achieving initial operational capability in 1980 and full deployment in 1984. Currently manufactured by Thales Raytheon Systems, the system is a long-range version of weapon locating radar, designed to detect and track incoming artillery and rocket fire to determine the point of origin for counter-battery fire. It is currently in service at brigade and higher levels in the United States Army and by other countries. The radar is trailer-mounted and towed by a 2 1/3 ton truck. A typical /TPQ-37 system consists of the antenna transceiver group, command shelter, and 60 kilowatts generator. Command and Control LAV C2. LAV with a raised roof to accommodate several VHF, UHF, and HF radios. It is armed with a pintle-mounted M240E1/G machine gun, and carries 1,000 rounds of 7.62mm ammunition. Generally referred to as the C2, C-square or C2. AAVC-7A1. This vehicle does not have a turret, and much of the cargo space of the vehicle is occupied by communications equipment. This version only has 2 crew radios, and in addition to the VIZ-2, it also carries 2 VRC-92s, a VRC-89, a PRC-103 UHF radio, a MRC-83 HF radio, and the MSQ Internet working system used to control the various radios. This AAV has a crew of 3, and additionally carries 5 radio operators, 3 staff members, and 2 commanding officers. Recently, the C7 has been upgraded to use Harris Falcon II class radios, specifically the PRC-117 for VHF/UHF/SATCOM, and the PRC-150 for HF. Electronic warfare. LAV MEWSS. LAV modified for use in an electronic warfare role. Specific details of this variant are classified. NBCRS. M93A1 or M93A1P1 Fox NBCRS. The M93A1/M93A1P1 Fox is a chemical, biological, radiological and nuclear (CBRN) reconnaissance vehicle developed by General Dynamics Land Systems and Germany-based Henschel Wehrtechnik for the U.S. Army. The system is also known as the Fox NBC Reconnaissance System. The vehicle can detect, identify, and mark the areas of nuclear and chemical contamination. It can take samples of soil, water and vegetation to provide accurate information to commanders. M93A1/M93A1P1 NBC vehicle original development. The Fox NBCRS was originally developed for the German Army. The U.S. Army requested the sale of Fox system in the late 1980s for U.S. forces in Europe. Germany initially delivered 48 working XM-93 vehicles. It supplied another 50 working XM-93s for Operation Desert Storm. The U.S. Army and the U.S. Marine Corps own more than 120 Fox NBCRS. Engineering and support vehicles. Buffalo MPV. The Buffalo is a wheeled mine-resistant ambush-protected, MRAP, armored military vehicle built by Force Protection, Division of General Dynamics. It is the largest vehicle in Force Protection's lineup, followed by the Cougar MRAP and the Ocelot Light Protected Patrol Vehicle, LPPV. The Buffalo vehicle was designed based on the successful South African Casper mine-protected vehicle. The Casper is a 4-wheeled vehicle, while the Buffalo has 6 wheels. Buffalo is also fitted with a large articulated arm, used for ordnance disposal. Both vehicles incorporate a V-shaped monohull chassis that directs the force of the blast away from the occupants. M1150 ABV. The M1150 Assault Breacher Vehicle, ABV, is a U.S. military mine and explosives clearing vehicle, based on the M1 Abrams chassis, equipped with a mine plow and line charges. Its first large-scale use by the U.S. Marines was in the joint ISAF-Afghan Operation Moshtarak in southern Afghanistan during the war in Afghanistan in 2010 against the Taliban insurgency. These tracked combat vehicles were especially designed to clear pathways for troops and other vehicles through minefields and along roadside bombs and improvised explosive devices. The 72-ton, 40-foot long vehicles are based on the M1 Abrams with a 1,500 horsepower engine, but fitted with a .50 cal machine gun and a front-mounted 15-foot wide plow, supported by metallic skis that glide on the dirt and armed with nearly 7,000 pounds, 3,175 kilograms of explosives. They are equipped with linear demolition charge system rockets carrying C4 explosives up to 100 to 150 yards forward, detonating hidden bombs at a safe distance, so that troops and vehicles can pass through safely. Husky VMMD. The Husky VMMD, Vehicle Mounted Mine Detection, is a South African configurable counter-IED MRAP designed for route clearance and demining. It is designed to assist in the disposal of landmines and improvised explosive devices. Originally used as the lead element of a mine removal convoy, the Husky was employed as part of the Chubby Mine Detection System. The early Chubby system comprised a lead detection vehicle, the Meerkat, a second proofing vehicle, the Husky, towing a mine detonation trailer, and a third vehicle carrying spare parts for expedient blast repair. M88A2. The M88 recovery vehicle is one of the largest armored recovery vehicles, ARV, currently in use by United States Armed Forces. There are currently 3 variants: the M88, M88A1 and M88A2 Hercules, Heavy Equipment Recovery Combat Utility Lifting Extraction System. The M88 series has seen action most noticeably in the Vietnam War, the Persian Gulf War, the Iraq War, and the war in Afghanistan, and to a lesser extent during the Kosovo War, where they were deployed to help recover heavy armored vehicles of the Allied ground units. As of 2000, the M88A2 replacement cost was around $2,050,000 US. LAVR. LAV fitted with a boom crane and recovery winch for use in recovery of vehicles, specifically other LAVs. It is armed with a pintle-mounted M240E1/G machine gun and carries 1,000 rounds of 7.62 mm ammunition. AAVR 7A1. The R7 is considered the wrecker, as it has a crane as well as most tools and equipment needed for field repairs. Crew of 3, plus the repairmen. Many P7s have been modified to carry the Mk154 MCLC, or Mine Clearance Line Charge. The MCLC kit can fire 3 linear demolition charges to breach a lane through a minefield. MCLCs were used in the 1991 Persian Gulf War and again in Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003. MKR-15. The LVSR MKR-15 Wrecker provides the extreme mobility and versatility to reach vehicles in any terrain, and the power to retrieve them, even if they are mired in mud, sand, water, or snow. Capable of flat towing or lift towing, the HMMWV series, FMTV series, 5-ton M809 and M939 series, LVS series, MTVR series, MRAP series, and LVSR series vehicles. The LVSR complements the medium tactical vehicle replacement fleet, creating a logistical tandem that ensures the continued maneuverability of forces. With parts commonality and similar maintenance, service and support is streamlined, downtime is reduced and efficiencies are increased. MK36 or AMK36. The Oshkosh MK36 Wrecker is a member of MTVR family of heavy high-mobility military vehicles. Over 11,000 of these 6x6 tactical vehicles are in service with the U.S. Navy and U.S. Marine Corps. Initially, a total of 308 MK36 Wreckers were ordered. First production vehicles were fielded in 1998. These replaced the previous M816, M936, and M936A1 Wreckers. Later additional MK36 Wrecks were ordered. This machine has seen combat in Iraq and Afghanistan. The MK36 Wrecker has been exported to Greece. The main role of the MK36 Wrecker is to support the fleet of Oshkosh MTVR trucks. It recovers damaged, immobilized, swamped, stuck, or overturned vehicles. It can recover all transport and armored vehicles in its weight class. Also, the M36 provide maintenance service and tow them to nearest shelters, assembly points, or maintenance units. MK29 or MK30. Dump truck without winch, 184 in wheelbase. M60 AVLB. The M60 Armored Vehicle Launched Bridge, AVLB, is an armored vehicle based on the M60 Patton main battle tank's hull and used for the launching and retrieval of a 60-foot, scissors-type bridge. The AVLB consists of 3 major sections: the launcher, the vehicle hull, and the bridge. The M60 AVLB or Armored Vehicle Launched Bridge was introduced in 1963. This combat engineer vehicle was developed by the U.S. Army Engineer Research and Development Laboratories under contract with General Dynamics to replace the previous M48 AVLB. It was designed to launch bridge for tanks and other wheeled combat vehicles across trenches and water obstacles in combat conditions. A total of 400 armored bridge launchers and bridges were built. 125 M60 AVLBs of all variants were constructed. M9 ACE. The M9 Armored Combat Earthmover, ACE, is a highly mobile armored tracked vehicle that provides combat engineer support to frontline forces. Fielded by the United States Army, its tasks include eliminating enemy obstacles, maintenance and repair of roads and supply routes, and construction of fighting positions. Oshkosh P-19R. The Oshkosh P-19R is an aircraft rescue and firefighting vehicle, and it was selected by the U.S. Marines in 2013. The first delivery occurred in June 2017, initial operating capability followed in February 2018, and in service the P-19R serves as a first response vehicle in aircraft fire emergencies at military bases and expeditionary airfields. P-19A. The P-19A series of crash, fire, and rescue vehicles are used by the Marine Corps to support airfield operations, rescue personnel in aircraft accidents, and provide fire protection for aircraft and structures. M970. The M970 semi-trailer refueler is a 5,000 US gallon fuel dispensing tanker designed for under/over-wing refueling of aircraft. It is equipped with a filter/separator, recirculation system and 2 refueling systems, one for underwing and one for overwing servicing. Kalmar RT-240. The Kalmar RT-240 rough terrain container handler is a militarized model of commercial design. It was adopted by the U.S. military. It is a successor to the Caterpillar RTCH, which entered service with the U.S. military back in 1981. This machine operates on rough terrain, beaches, and other unimproved surfaces. The U.S. Army awarded production contract for a new rough terrain container handler in 2000. This machine was first fielded in 2001. By 2000, the U.S. Army operated 346 Kalmar RT-240 container handlers. At that time, the U.S. Marine Corps ordered 25 RTCH systems with a possible order for another 80 systems. It is also in service with Australia and United Kingdom. Terex Mach 50. The Terex Demag Mach 50 military all-terrain crane was developed to meet the USMC requirement. It is worth mentioning that currently Terex Demag produces one of the most extensive range of cranes, comparing with other manufacturers. The Mach 50 crane is a military version, based around components of the AC-50-1 commercial design. The U.S. Marine Corps ordered the first batch of 100 Mach 50 cranes with possible follow-on order for additional 30 vehicles. LRT-110 Air Mobile Crane. The Air Mobile Crane, AMC, is the Marine Corps' light medium-lift, air transportable crane, rough terrain, self-deployable crane capable of lifting 7.5 tons and swinging 360 degrees while on outriggers. The AMC is used by Marine Wing Support Squadrons to support flyaway contingencies by being air transportable with the C-130 aircraft. The AMC is used to remove rotor heads and main transmissions of all helicopters in the U.S. Marine Corps' inventory. Caterpillar 120M. The Caterpillar 120M is a motor grader used by the U.S. military. The Caterpillar company does not manufacture any special military version of the 120M grader. However, after some modifications, such as flat military paint, blackout lights, transport provisions, keyless ignition, and other, this road grading machine can be used for military roles. Though it is claimed that the militarized 120M grader has more reliable performance in extreme weather, mainly due to optional equipment. In 2011, it was announced that more than 1,000 of these motor graders will be delivered to the U.S. Army, Navy, and Marine Corps. Deliveries commenced in 2012. It replaced in service the old Caterpillar 130G grader, which has been in service for more than 30 years. Cat 621B or G Scraper. The 621G Scraper is a self-propelled, open-bowl, two-axle, single diesel engine-driven vehicle with pneumatic tires. MC-1150E or MC-1155E. The MC-1150E has two functions for the Marine Corps. The primary function is basic leveling, stockpiling and quick metering. The secondary function is cargo winching and vehicle recovery. John Deere 850J. The John Deere 850J is a commercial design. It follows the lines of the John Deere J-Series dozers. In 2008 this machine was adopted by the Australian Armed Forces. In 2009 the US Marine Corps adopted the John Deere 850J dozer as the medium crawler tractor or MTC. A contract was awarded for up to 540 machines. These replaced the USMC fleet of Caterpillar D7G bulldozers. It is possible that this John Deere bulldozer is also used by some other military operators. T5 Caterpillar D9. Caterpillar Incorporated does not manufacture a military version of the D9 per se, but the attributes that make the D9 popular for major construction projects make it desirable for military applications as well, and with Israeli modifications and armor, it has been particularly effective for the Israel Defense Forces and also used by KBR in Iraq. Cat 420 EAT. MMV. The Millennium Military Vehicle or MMV is an all-terrain forklift, developed by Omniquip International. It is a commercial machine, modified to suit military needs. Production contract was awarded by the US Marine Corps in 2001. First vehicles were delivered in 2002. A total of 730 machines were delivered. Currently it is the standard rough terrain material handling forklift in service with the US Marine Corps. Over 270 MMV forklifts were delivered to the US Navy. Some sources claim that these forklifts are also used by the US Army. These support machines were used during combat operations in Iraq. T-51-19M and D. In 2000 Terex delivered to the US Marine Corps for essentially commercial TX-51-19 rough terrain telescopic handlers for trials and evaluation. The trials lasted more than 12 months. During that time more than 300,000 T of material was handled. After the trials a number of modifications were made to the TX-51-19 telehandler to better meet US Marine Corps requirements. The result was the T-51-19M, a military-specific rough terrain forklift. The M letter in the designation stands for military. In service it is referred as Light Rough Terrain Forklift or LRTF. First production contract for 569 machines was awarded to Terex in 2001. All of these forklifts were delivered in 2001 and 2002. These replaced a mass-type forklift that has been in service with US Marine Corps for more than 10 years. John Deere Tram 624KR. The tractor, rubber-tired, articulated steering, multi-purpose, is procured by the U.S. Marine Corps for material handling and light construction operations with a capacity of up to 5 tons. The diesel-powered, four-wheel drive tram is used by engineer, transportation, ground service support, and marine aircraft wing units. It extends the capabilities previously provided by the extendable boom forklift or the MC4000 forklift. In addition to material handling with its fork attachment, tram with a bucket attachment assists in the construction of foundations, excavation of fortifications and soil addition and removal for road, airfield construction, and utilities. Other attachments are available for specialized tasks. Cat 277B/CMTL. The Cat 277B is a multi-terrain loader. Transport vehicles. Oshkosh Mk31. The Oshkosh Mk31 tractor truck is a member of Oshkosh MTVR family of military vehicles. It was designed to meet a U.S. Navy Seabees requirement. Its production for the U.S. Navy Seabees and U.S. Marine Corps commenced in 2005. First production vehicles were fielded in 2006. In service, the Mk.31 tractor truck is referred as Medium Equipment Transporter. It has been deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan and proved itself well. This tractor truck hauls semi-trailers with fuel, water, combat vehicles, construction equipment and a variety of other military cargo. It can haul loads with a maximum weight of about 30,000 kilograms. Vehicle has 70% on-road, 25% unimproved road and 5% off-road mission profile. This vehicle has expected service life of 22 years. LVS. The Logistics Vehicle System, nicknamed by U.S. Marines as Dragon Wagon, is a modular assortment of 8-wheel-drive all-terrain vehicle unit combinations used by the United States Marine Corps. The LVS was fielded in 1985 as the Marine Corps Heavy Tactical Vehicle System. It was designed and manufactured by the Oshkosh Corporation. The United States Army does not use the LVS, it uses the Heavy Expanded Mobility Tactical Truck. The key differences between the two is the LVS's ability to interchange front power units with rear body units. The LVS also steers through both standard wheel pivoting, as on a typical automobile, and hydraulic yaw steering. This enabled the LVS to meet the turning radius requirements of the U.S. Marines. LVS is rated to haul up to 22.5 tons, 50,000 pounds, on highways. The Oshkosh Logistic Vehicle System Replacement, LVSR, is the replacement for the LVS and was first fielded in 2009. LVSR. The Logistic Vehicle System Replacement, LVSR, is a family of heavy-duty military logistics vehicles of the United States Marine Corps based on a common 5-axle 10-wheel drive chassis. The vehicles vary in individual configuration by mission requirements, with 3 variants in service: a cargo, a wrecker, and a tractor truck. The first LVSRs were ordered in 2006. The LVSR is the USMC's equivalent of the U.S. Army's Heavy Expanded Mobility Tactical Truck and Palletized Load System. The Marines do not use the HEMTT or PLS and the Army does not use the LVSR, but both services use a common trailer with all 3 truck types. Oshkosh MTVR. The Medium Tactical Vehicle Replacement, MTVR, is a series of vehicles used by the U.S. Marines. The first MTVRs were delivered in late 1999. The MTVR is the equivalent of the U.S. Army's family of medium tactical vehicles. The Marines do not use the FMTV, with the exception of the FMTV-based HIMARS, and the Army does not use the MTVR. There were originally 4, later 7, MTVR variants, then 9, plus a subvariant, as deliveries and development continued. A dedicated trailer and prototype/developmental MTVRs have also been produced. In FY12, the third, and final, 5-year multi-year MTVR contract was awarded to Oshkosh. The final known MTVR delivery order was placed in September 2012, and inclusive of this order 11,359 MTVRs were ordered by the U.S. Marines, about 1,900 of these for the Navy. LAVL. The LAVL is an all-terrain, all-weather vehicle with night capabilities designed for the provision of ammunition, rations and petroleum, oil and lubricant supplies required to sustain operations of forward LAV units. It is air transportable via C-130, C-141, C-5 and CH-53E. When combat loaded, there are 200 ready rounds and 800 stowed rounds of 7.62 mm ammunition. There are 8 ready rounds and 8 stowed rounds of smoke grenades. The vehicle can be made fully amphibious within 3 minutes. Small all-terrain utility vehicles. M-Gator. The John Deere M-Gator is an all-terrain vehicle intended for military use. Basically, it is a militarized version of commercial John Deere Gator ATV. Originally, these vehicles were designed to serve on farms, ranches and worksites for various utility jobs. The militarized M-Gator is painted in camouflage and equipped with carrying tray on its hood, rifle brackets, and has some other changes. It was adopted by the U.S. Army in 1997. First M-Gators saw combat in 1997 and 1998 in Bosnia. These ATVs were used by Medical Brigade for casualty evacuation, This vehicle was designed to decrease soldiers' labor. Troops would put their gear onto the vehicles to lighten their loads. This ATV was widely used for utility work for transporting supplies and equipment. Later this vehicle was widely used in Iraq and Afghanistan. R-Gator. The iRobot R-Gator is an unmanned robotic platform from iRobot Corporation and John Deere. The 1,450 pounds, 660 kilograms, robot is built upon Deere's M-Gator. The R-Gator can operate autonomously, performing perimeter patrol and other missions while keeping personnel out of harm's way. It can operate autonomously by following a map or choosing its own waypoints to reach a predetermined destination. It can also do follow-the-leader operations to keep up with troops, be teleoperated, or driven manually if needed. Multirole Fighter. F/A-18 Hornet. The McDonnell Douglas F/A-18 Hornet is a twin-engine, supersonic, all-weather, carrier-capable, multi-role combat jet, designed as both a fighter and attack aircraft, hence the F/A designation. Designed by McDonnell Douglas and Northrop, the F/A-18 was derived from the latter's YF-17 in the 1970s for use by the United States Navy and Marine Corps. The Hornet is also used by the air forces of several other nations, and formerly, by the U.S. Navy's Flight Demonstration Squadron, the Blue Angels. The F/A-18 was designed to be a highly versatile aircraft due to its avionics, cockpit displays, and excellent aerodynamic characteristics, with the ability to carry a wide variety of weapons. The aircraft can perform fighter escort, fleet air defense, suppression of enemy air defenses, air interdiction, close air support, and aerial reconnaissance. Its versatility and reliability have proven it to be a valuable carrier asset, though it has been criticized for its lack of range and payload compared to its earlier contemporaries, such as the Grumman F-14 Tomcat in the fighter and strike fighter role, and the Grumman A-6 Intruder and LTV A-7 Corsair II in the attack role. F-35 Lightning II. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II is an American family of single-seat, single-engine, all-weather stealth multi-role combat aircraft that is intended to perform both air superiority and strike missions. It is also able to provide electronic warfare and intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities. Lockheed Martin is the prime F-35 contractor, with principal partners Northrop Grumman and BAE Systems. The aircraft has three main variants: the conventional takeoff and landing F-35A, the short takeoff and vertical landing F-35B, and the carrier-based F-35C. The F-35B entered service with the U.S. Marine Corps in July 2015, followed by the U.S. Air Force F-35A in August 2016 and the U.S. Navy F-35C in February 2019. The F-35 was first used in combat in 2018 by the Israeli Air Force, which also shot down the first enemy aircraft in combat in 2021. The U.S. plans to buy 2,456 F-35s through 2044, which will represent the bulk of the crewed tactical airpower of the U.S. Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps for several decades. The aircraft is projected to operate until 2070. Ground Attack Aircraft. AV-8B Harrier II. The McDonnell Douglas AV-8B Harrier II is a single-engine ground attack aircraft that constitutes the second generation of the Harrier jump jet family, capable of vertical or short takeoff and landing. The aircraft is primarily employed on light attack or multi-role missions, ranging from close air support of ground troops to armed reconnaissance. The AV-8B is used by the United States Marine Corps, the Spanish Navy, and the Italian Navy. A variant of the AV-8B, the British Aerospace Harrier II, was developed for the British military, while another, the TAV-8B, is a dedicated two-seat trainer. The AV-8B made its maiden flight in November 1981 and entered service with the USMC in January 1985. Later upgrades added a night attack capability and radar, resulting in the AV-8B, NA, and AV-8B Harrier II Plus versions, respectively. An enlarged version named Harrier III was also studied but not pursued. Approximately 340 aircraft were produced in a 22-year production program that ended in 2003. USMC and Italian Navy AV-8Bs are being replaced by the Lockheed Martin F-35B Lightning II, with the former expected to operate its Harriers until 2025. Adversary Squadron. F-5E-F Tiger II. Marine Fighter Training Squadron 401 is a United States Marine Corps Reserve fighter squadron flying the F-5N Tiger II. Known as the Snipers, the squadron is the only adversary squadron in the Marine Corps, also is the first and only reserve squadron in the Marine Corps tasked to act as the opposing force in simulated air combat. The Northrop F-5 is a family of supersonic light fighter aircraft initially designed as a privately funded project in the late 1950s by Northrop Corporation. There are two main models, the original F-5A and F-5B Freedom Fighter variants and the extensively updated F-5E and F-5F Tiger II variants. Smaller and simpler than contemporaries such as the McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II, the F-5 costs less to procure and operate, making it a popular export aircraft. Though primarily designed for a day air superiority role, the aircraft is also a capable ground attack platform. The F-5A entered service in the early 1960s. During the Cold War, over 800 were produced through 1972 for U.S. allies. Though at the time the United States Air Force did not have a need for a light fighter, it did procure approximately 1,200 Northrop T-38 Talon trainer aircraft, which was based on Northrop's N-156 fighter design. A total of 1,400 Tiger IIs were built before production ended in 1987. Over 400 aircraft were in service as of 2021. Refueler/transport. KC-130J Hercules. The Lockheed Martin KC-130 is a family of the extended-range tanker version of the C-130 Hercules transport aircraft. The KC-130J is the latest variant operated by the United States Marine Corps, with 52 delivered out of 79 ordered. It replaced older KC-130F, KC-130R, and KC-130T variants for aerial refueling. The KC-130 is a multi-role, multi-mission tactical tanker/transport which provides the refueling support required by the USMC for its aircraft. This versatile asset provides in-flight refueling to both tactical aircraft and helicopters within a 500 nautical mile, 930 kilometers, operating radius, as well as rapid ground refueling when required. Additional tasks performed are aerial delivery of troops and cargo, emergency resupply into unimproved landing zones within the objective or battle area, emergency medical evacuation, tactical insertion of combat troops and equipment, and evacuation missions. Technological development has led to the incorporation of interior/exterior night vision lighting, night vision goggle head-up displays, global positioning system, and jam-resistant radios. Some KC-130s are also equipped with defensive electronic and infrared countermeasures systems. C-130J Fat Albert. The Blue Angels support aircraft have long been C-130s, popularly known for decades as Fat Albert. Consisting of 8 crew members and one C-130, Fat Albert Airlines is critical to the overall mission of the team. In addition to being the opening attraction for the Blue Angels demonstration, Fat Albert's primary mission is to transport 35,000 pounds of cargo and roughly 60 Blue Angels team members to every show site throughout the country. VIP passenger. C-12 Huron. The Beechcraft C-12 Huron is the military designation for a series of twin-engine turboprop aircraft based on the Beechcraft Super King Air and Beechcraft 1900. C-12 variants are used by the United States Air Force, United States Army, United States Navy and United States Marine Corps. These aircraft are used for various duties, including embassy support, medical evacuation, as well as passenger and light cargo transport. Some aircraft are modified with surveillance systems for various missions, including the Cephley Lancer, Beechcraft RC-12 Guardrail and Project Liberty programs. UC-35. The Cessna Citation V, its U.S. military designation is UC-35, is a business jet built by Cessna. Stretched from the Citation II, a Model 560 prototype flew in August 1987, it was certified on December 9, 1988, and delivered from April 1989, 774 were delivered until 2011. The upgraded Citation Ultra was announced in September 1993, the Citation Encore upgraded with PW535 turbofans was announced in 1998, before the improved Encore Plus. The UC-35A is the United States Army designation and UC-35C is the United States Marine Corps designation for the Citation Ultra, which replaced older versions of the C-12 Huron. The UC-35B is the Army designation and UC-35D is the Marine Corps designation for the Citation Encore. C-20G. The C-20G is a military version of the Gulfstream IV aircraft manufactured by Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation. The C-20 aircraft are capable of all-weather, long-range, high-speed, non-stop transoceanic flights. The C-20G aircraft may be configured for cargo operations, 26-passenger operations or combinations of the two. With passenger seats removed, it may be configured as 3 pallets with no passengers or 2 pallets and 8 passengers or 1 pallet and 14 passengers. With full seating, the aircraft is capable of accommodating up to 26 passengers and a crew of 4. A hydraulically operated cargo door is installed on the starboard side of the aircraft, and a ball roller cargo floor is capable of accommodating palletized cargo. Tiltrotor military aircraft. MV-22B Osprey. The Bell Boeing V-22 Osprey is an American multi-mission, tiltrotor military aircraft with both vertical takeoff and landing and short takeoff and landing capabilities. It is designed to combine the functionality of a conventional helicopter with the long-range, high-speed cruise performance of a turboprop aircraft. In 1980, the failure of Operation Eagle Claw, during the Iran hostage crisis, underscored that there were military roles for which neither conventional helicopters nor fixed-wing transport aircraft were well-suited. The United States Department of Defense initiated a program to develop an innovative transport aircraft with long-range, high-speed, and vertical takeoff capabilities, and the Joint Service Vertical Takeoff/Landing Experimental Program officially commenced in 1981. A partnership between Bell Helicopter and Boeing Helicopters was awarded a development contract in 1983 for the V-22 tiltrotor aircraft. The Bell-Boeing team jointly produces the aircraft. The United States Marine Corps began crew training for the MV-22B Osprey in 2000 and fielded it in 2007. It supplemented and then replaced their Boeing Vertol CH-46C Knights. The U.S. Air Force fielded its version of the tiltrotor, the CV-22B, in 2009. Since entering service with the Marine Corps and Air Force, the Osprey has been deployed in transportation and medevac operations over Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, and Kuwait. The U.S. Navy planned to use the CMV-22B for carrier onboard delivery duties beginning in 2021. Helicopters. AH-1Z Viper. The Bell AH-1Z Viper is a twin-engine attack helicopter, based on the AH-1W Super Cobra, designed and produced by the American aerospace manufacturer Bell Helicopter. Being one of the latest members of the prolific Bell Huey family, it is also called Zulu Cobra. The AH-1Z was developed during the 1990s and 2000s as a part of the H-1 upgrade program on behalf of the United States Marine Corps. It is essentially a modernization of the service's existing AH-1WS, and was originally intended to be a rebuild program before subsequent orders were made for new-build helicopters instead. The AH-1Z and Bell UH-1Y Venom utility helicopter share a common tailboom, engines, rotor system, drivetrain, avionics architecture, software, controls and displays for over 84%. Furthermore, it features a 4-blade, bearingless, composite main rotor system, uprated transmission, and a new target sighting system amongst other improvements. On December 8, 2000, the AH-1Z conducted its maiden flight. Low-rate initial production was launched in October 2003. On September 30, 2010, the USMC declared that the AH-1Z had attained combat readiness. It fully replaced the preceding AH-1W Super Cobra during October 2020. The type forms a key element of the Aviation Combat Element Task Force, which support all phases of USMC expeditionary operations. UH-1Y Venom. The Bell UH-1Y Venom, also called Super Huey, is a twin-engine, medium-sized utility helicopter, built by Bell Helicopter under the H-1 upgrade program of the United States Marine Corps. One of the latest members of the numerous Huey family, the UH-1Y is also called Yankee. The UH-1Y was to have been remanufactured from UH-1NS, but in 2005, it was approved for the aircraft to be built as new. After entering service in 2008, the UH-1Y replaced the USMC's aging fleet of UH-1N twin Huey light utility helicopters, first introduced in the early 1970s. In 2008 it entered full-rate production, with deliveries to the Marines completed in 2018. CH-53E Super Stallion. The Sikorsky CH-53E Super Stallion is a heavy-lift helicopter operated by the United States military. As the Sikorsky S-80, it was developed from the CH-53C Stallion, mainly by adding a third engine, adding a seventh blade to the main rotor, and canting the tail rotor 20 degrees. It was built by Sikorsky Aircraft for the United States Marine Corps. The U.S. Marine Corps had been planning to upgrade most of their CH-53Es to keep them in service, but this plan stalled. Sikorsky then proposed a new version, originally the CH-53X, and in April 2006, the USMC signed a contract for 156 aircraft as the CH-53K. The Marines planned to start retiring CH-53Es in 2009 and needed new helicopters quickly. In August 2007, the USMC increased its CH-53K order to 200 helicopters. CH-53K King Stallion. The Sikorsky CH-53K King Stallion is a heavy-lift cargo helicopter designed and produced by Sikorsky Aircraft. The King Stallion is an evolution of the long-running CH-53 series of helicopters which have been in continuous service since 1966, and features 3 uprated 7,500 shop, 5,590 kilowatts engines, new composite rotor blades, and a wider aircraft cabin than its predecessors. It is the largest and heaviest helicopter in the U.S. military. The United States Marine Corps plans to receive 200 helicopters at a total cost of $25 billion. Ground test vehicle testing started in April 2014. Flight testing began with the maiden flight on October 27, 2015. In May 2018, the first CH-53K was delivered to the Marine Corps. On April 22, 2022, it was declared to have passed initial operational capability. Israel has also reportedly ordered the type. Other potential export customers include Japan and Germany. Marine One. Marine One is the call sign of any United States Marine Corps aircraft carrying the President of the United States. It usually denotes a helicopter operated by Marine Helicopter Squadron 1 Nighthawks, consisting of either the large Sikorsky VH-3D Sea King or the newer, smaller VH-60N White Hawk. Both helicopters are called White Tops because of their livery. Any Marine Corps aircraft carrying the Vice President without the President has the call sign Marine 2. Marine One is the preferred alternative to motorcades, which can be expensive and logistically difficult. The controlled environment of a helicopter is also considered to add a safety factor. The HMX-1 fleet is also used to transport senior cabinet staff and foreign dignitaries. More than 800 Marines supervise the operation of the Marine One fleet. The helicopter is sometimes used to connect to Air Force One for longer journeys. As a security measure, Marine One always flies in a group of as many as 5 identical helicopters. One helicopter carries the President, while the others serve as decoys. Upon takeoff, these helicopters shift in formation to obscure the location of the President. This has been referred to as a presidential shell game. Marine One is also equipped with standard military anti-missile countermeasures such as flares to counter heat-seeking missiles and chaff to counter radar-guided missiles, as well as ALQ-144A infrared countermeasures. MV-22 Osprey. The V-22 plays a vital role in HMX-1 supporting presidential travel, transporting presidential material and support passengers, as well as members of the media. To ensure smooth transport during these highly visible missions, Marine aviators train using two Bell Boeing V-22 containerized flight training devices recently delivered to the squadron's headquarters in Quantico, Virginia. These training devices replicate the flight environment and allow pilots to practice standard flight maneuvers and procedures, and rehearse complete, realistic missions without leaving the ground. This greatly reduces fuel use and wear and tear on the V-22s. Unmanned aerial vehicles. Black Hornet Nano. The Black Hornet Nano is a military micro-unmanned aerial vehicle developed by Prox Dynamics AS of Norway. The unit measures around 16 by 2.5 centimeters and provides troops on the ground with local situational awareness. They are small enough to fit in one hand and weigh just over half an ounce. An operator can be trained to operate the Black Hornet in as little as 20 minutes. The air vehicle has 3 cameras, one looking forward, one looking straight down, and one pointing downward at 45 degrees. A Black Hornet package contains 2 helicopters, and since a 90% charge is reached in 20 to 25 minutes, the same as its hovering time, when one needs to be recharged the other is ready to fly. Top speed is 13 miles per hour, 21 kilometers per hour. In October 2014, Prox Dynamics unveiled a version of its PD-100 Black Hornet with night vision capabilities, fitted with both long-wave infrared and day video sensors that can transmit video streams or high-resolution still images via a digital data link with a 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers range. Over 3,000 Black Hornets had been delivered to date. Instant Eye. The Instant Eye is intended to support a range of missions including near real-time intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, close area target reconnaissance, communications relay, chemical/radiological detection, and payload delivery during counter-IED missions. WASP. The AeroVironment WASP-3 small unmanned aircraft system is a miniature UAV developed for special operations to provide a small, lightweight vehicle to provide beyond line-of-sight situation awareness. The aircraft is equipped with 2 onboard cameras to provide real-time intelligence to its operators. It is also equipped with GPS and an inertial navigation system enabling it to operate autonomously from takeoff to recovery. The U.S. Marine Corps revealed in January 2013 that they had ordered the WASP-AE. The WASP-AE is designated as the RQ-12A. RQ-14 Dragon Eye. The AeroVironment RQ-14 Dragon Eye is a small reconnaissance miniature UAV developed for use by the United States Marine Corps. It is a tailless design with a rectangular wing and twin props. It is designed to fit into a backpack, with a weight of 5 pounds, 2.3 kilograms, and a span of 3 feet 9 inches, 1.14 meters. It can be launched by hand or using a store-bought bungee cord. It also uses a break-apart system to increase durability. Parts of the plane break apart instead of shattering and can be reattached later or replaced with new parts. It has a GPS-INS-based waypoint navigation system. AeroVironment Switchblade. The AeroVironment Switchblade is a miniature loitering munition designed by AeroVironment and used by several branches of the United States military. Small enough to fit in a backpack, the Switchblade launches from a tube, flies to the target area, and crashes into its target while detonating its explosive warhead. The name Switchblade comes from the way the spring-loaded wings are folded up inside a tube and flip out once released. Introduced in 2011, the original Switchblade was rebranded the Switchblade 300 after the much larger and very different Switchblade 600 anti-armor variant was unveiled in 2020. The Blackwing, an unarmed variant of the Switchblade 300, was released in 2015. RQ-11 Raven. The AeroVironment RQ-11 Raven is a small hand-launched remote-controlled unmanned aerial vehicle, or SUAV, developed for the United States military, but now adopted by the military forces of many other countries. The RQ-11 Raven was originally introduced as the FQM-151 in 1999, but in 2002 developed into its current form, resembling an enlarged FAI-class F-1C free-flight model aircraft in general appearance. The craft is launched by hand and powered by a pusher configuration electric motor. The plane can fly up to 10 kilometers at altitudes of approximately 150 m above ground level, and over 4,500 m above mean sea level, at flying speeds of 45 to 100 kilometers per hour. RQ-20 Puma. The AeroVironment RQ-20 Puma is a small, battery-powered, American, hand-launched unmanned aircraft system produced by AeroVironment based in California. Its primary mission is surveillance and intelligence gathering using an electro-optical and infrared camera. Each military RQ-20A system has 3 air vehicles and 2 ground stations. The Puma 8 can operate under extreme weather conditions including temperatures ranging from -20 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, -29 to 49 degrees Celsius, wind speeds up to 25 knots, 29 miles per hour, 46 kilometers per hour, and an inch of rain per hour. Scan Eagle. The Boeing Insitu Scan Eagle is a small, long-endurance, low-altitude unmanned aerial vehicle built by Insitu, a subsidiary of Boeing, and is used for reconnaissance. The Scan Eagle was designed by Insitu based on the Insitu Sea-Scan, a commercial UAV that was intended for fish spotting. The Scan Eagle continues to receive improvements through upgrades and changes. RQ-21A Blackjack. The Boeing Insitu RQ-21 Blackjack, company name Integrator, is an American unmanned air vehicle designed and built by Boeing Insitu to meet a United States Navy requirement for a small tactical unmanned air system. It is a twin-boom, single-engine monoplane, designed as a supplement to the Boeing Scan Eagle. The Integrator weighs 61 kilograms, 134 pounds, and uses the same launcher and recovery system as the Scan Eagle. AAI RQ-7B Shadow. The AAI RQ-7 Shadow is an American unmanned aerial vehicle used by the United States Army, Australian Army, Swedish Army, Turkish Air Force and Italian Army for reconnaissance, surveillance, target acquisition and battle damage assessment. Launched from a trailer-mounted pneumatic catapult, it is recovered with the aid of arresting gear similar to jets on an aircraft carrier. Its gimbal-mounted, digitally stabilized, liquid nitrogen-cooled electro-optical/infrared camera relays video and real-time via a C-band line-of-sight data link to the ground control station. The U.S. Army's 2nd Battalion, 13th Aviation Regiment at Fort Huachuca, Arizona, trains soldiers, Marines, and civilians in the operation and maintenance of the Shadow UAS. The Shadow is operated in the U.S. Army at brigade level. T-20. The AeroVironment T-20 unmanned aerial vehicle, formerly Arcturus T-20, is a medium-range, fully composite aircraft capable of internal and external payloads. Launched from a portable catapult, it can be recovered with a shipboard landing system or belly land on unimproved surfaces. The T-20 carries a retractable gimbal-mounted, digitally stabilized, electro-optical/infrared camera that relays video in real time via a C-band loss data link to the ground control station. Powered by a 4-stroke, fuel-injected gasoline engine, the aircraft burns 2 pounds of fuel per hour at cruise. The T-20 does not require an airfield to operate and lands on dirt, grass, desert, or gravel roads. The internal payload bay allows for sensor arrays to be pre-assembled on payload pallets that attach from the bottom of the aircraft. The T-20 system includes 3 aircraft, ground control station, portable launcher, and support trailer for equipment and personnel. MQ-8B Fire Scout. The Northrop Grumman MQ-8 Fire Scout is an unmanned autonomous helicopter developed by Northrop Grumman for use by the United States Armed Forces. The Fire Scout is designed to provide reconnaissance, situational awareness, aerial fire support and precision targeting support for ground, air, and sea forces. The initial RQ-8A version was based on the Howitzer 330, while the enhanced MQ-8B was derived from the Howitzer 333. The larger MQ-8C Fire Scout variant is based on the Bell 407. K-MAX. The Comand K-MAX is an American helicopter with intermeshing rotors, Syncropter, by Comand Aircraft. It is optimized for external cargo load operations, and is able to lift a payload of over 6,000 pounds, 2,700 kilograms, which is more than the helicopter's empty weight. An unmanned mostly autonomously flying, optionally remote-controlled and optionally piloted vehicle version, the K-MAX unmanned multi-mission helicopter was developed for hazardous missions. It can be used in combat to deliver supplies to the battlefield, as well as civilian situations involving chemical, biological, or radiological hazards. Thank you for watching.